can implement them too. Disclaimer, there are so many factors that made this possible, like current size of your brand, available capital to use, size of email list, etc. Your results will absolutely vary from mine, but positive growth is very doable using these methods / incentives. The first incentive to get people to purchase is to offer $10 shirts. I already made a video on how I sell $10 shirts, and you can check that out to see how that's possible and how profits are made with that pricing structure. This shirt will bring more sales and volume to your drop due to the low barrier to entry. During the drop, I sold 1,353 $10 shirts. These were split into 3 colorways. That's $13,530 in revenue just from $10 shirts. Now, I understand the size of my brand affects this, and that profit margins are smaller on these, so take these into account when you see your results. Selling $10 shirts may not fit into every brand structure, but if it does, you should try it for a collection and see how it goes. Even if you just break even, that's more people wearing your clothes and it's growing your consumer base. The next incentive is to offer a free item to the first X amount of people. Example could be free keychain to the first 50 orders, free stickers to the first 200 orders, or a free necklace to the first 100 orders. Offering a desirable item or advantage to the first population of people leads to a supply and demand situation. There's only 100 to give out, so you have to be quick, which equals more sales in the first few minutes. The next tip is price anchoring. This method you can apply all the time and doesn't really cost you anything. Here's a quote to summarize first. No one buys the most expensive item on the menu, they buy the second most expensive one. You want to format your product prices within reason to your pricing expectations, so every price has a purpose. Example, $10 tees are meant to capture volume and have a very low barrier to entry. $20 tees are meant to be the most expensive shirt, yet still on the affordable side. $50 hoodies for affordability and low barrier to entry. $70 hoodies looks cooler and has more adornments, still seen as a semi-affordable hoodie compared to the other hoodies in the market. And an $80 hoodie, most expensive hoodie, usually most expensive to make. The target item I want to sell is the $70 hoodie. It's not the cheapest nor the most expensive. People love staying in the middle. Use price anchoring to make certain products look more attractive and guide consumers towards certain products. So test out some price anchoring and see if the order data shows any patterns. The last tip is to use a marketing agency. I've been running my ads for a long time, but wanted to try hiring people that do it for a living. Basically, they format an ad campaign for hyping up the drop, then another campaign for the actual drop, as well as email marketing and SMS marketing. Here are some pictures of my results during this drop. This is the general dashboard from Shopify for my drop. Total revenue was $69,490 with 1,752 orders. You can see the order distribution in the bar graph. Highest volume of orders was on the first day, then order volume fluctuated throughout the week, then finally a smaller spike on the last 2 days as I send reminder emails out to my email list. And on the bottom, a cool little statistic showing the 3 highest selling items. These 3 items are $10 shirts. That's $6,190 just from $10 shirts, which is another testimony to that pricing tactic. These are the results of my Facebook campaigns and where the generated revenue came from. Site source name paid, IG paid, and FB paid are all sources from where the Facebook ads came from. And here is the data on the actual Facebook ad listings I ran. You can pause and read this. These are the results of my email campaigns. I redacted some of these campaigns because I do want some privacy to my strategies. Starting at the bottom, we have Hype Email 1, which just lets all email subscribers know that I'm going to release my collection in a few days. Coming up, we have Early Access Live Now, which is a campaign I sent out that gave all subscribers early access to the site. This is where the beginning of the orders came in. Then we have We Are Live, which is actual drop time. Then 3 days left, which reminds subscribers the store will be closing soon. And then we have Final Day, which is another reminder. In total, these ads generated around $62,000 in revenue, $38,837 from Facebook ads, and $23,132 from email campaigns. And I only spent around $5,800 on the actual ad spend. Also be sure to factor in the percentage expense that you pay for the ad agency. It's different from agency to agency. If you want to try out an ad campaign for yourself and see how it goes, I highly recommend using the ad team that I used. They're called Epoch Studios, and you can see how the results went. They literally specialize in advertising streetwear brands. Send them a message and tell them I sent you. You'll get $100 off the initiation fee. I'm referring them because they did such a great job with me. I know they'd be valuable to you too. So these are 4 of the methods I use that help me make